are in the world. Saffron here. Today I'm back at it again with another story time. This one is going to be about how I got stolen from in the 5th grade. Now, keep in mind, this wasn't anything like, a pencil, a pen, stole something out of my lunchbox. This individual stole my entire wallet, and I had gift cards and a $5 bill that I was planning on using that day. So, without further ado, let's get started. This takes place, like I said, in the 5th grade, but I was in aftercare at the time, and I was in a room with other kids who were playing games, talking. It was like a converse room. I was reading a book and had my wallet on the side because a concession person was supposed to be coming in and letting us know that it was open. And I was planning on getting a mac and cheese cup, a soda, like I was about to have a full-on feast. But it was wrong. So I'm reading a book, and as I'm reading this book, this girl comes over. We'll call her Molly. Molly comes over to me and she's like, "Hi, Saffron, how you doing?" Like just all up in my groove, all up in my face. And I was already annoyed because it's just like, why are you talking to me? Like, out of all the people in this room, you're talking to me? Like, why? So I'm just annoyingly paging out my book and I'm just like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's just talking to me on and on and on. And I'm just like, whatever. And finally she asked, "Can you tie my shoe for me?" I was a little bit skeptical and I actually questioned her about it and asked her, "Why do you need help with your shoe? Like, aren't you old enough?" Because this girl was older than me. She was, I think, in 6th grade. So at that time, you should have learned how to tie your shoes. If you haven't, then your parents failed you somewhere along the road, but that's none of my business. Anyway, she asked, "Well, because I don't know how to tie my shoe." And then she starts guilt tripping me as if I care. Well, I did at the time, but now that I'm looking back, I don't. And she's like, "Well, aren't you my friend? You're supposed to help me, yada, yada, yada." And I'm just like, I want to be nice. I was a nice person, so I looked down for 1 second and I'm tying her shoe. As I'm tying her shoe, I guess she got the idea of, Saffron's naive, Saffron's gullible, so let's steal from her, shall we? Because after I got up from tying her shoe, she immediately gets up, says goodbye, and walks away. I was like, okay, and I go back to reading my book. As I'm reading my book, 5 minutes later, the concession person comes and I got all excited, but as I went to reach for my wallet, it wasn't there. And I started panicking. I started looking around the floor. I was looking everywhere around me and I couldn't spot it. And this wallet was a Pink Justice wallet. I don't know if you guys know what it is. It's sequenced with your initials on it. Like, they had different types of letter and it was sequenced S on it. The time for Saffron, obviously. Should have been easy to find. So I'm just sitting there flabbergasted, upset because I didn't get to go to concessions and I go home mad and sad at the same time. In the back of my mind, I knew that she had stolen, but I didn't want to believe it because it's just like, who would steal from me? You know what I'm saying? So the next day I go into the room again and do my original thing, but the concession person comes over to me and asks, "Can I talk to you?" So I obey and she's like, "I found your wallet." And she holds it up right in front of my face, but before she gives it to me, she's like,
"You need to tell me when someone steals something."
She was going on and on about how this girl had given it to her and stuff, or how she had tried to buy something, but then the concession lady had recognized the wallet and she knew that this girl had stolen it from me, so she decided to give it back. And the girl was with her. She was ready to apologize. And before she apologized, the concession lady decided to say,
"You need to keep your money on tag. You need to keep it with you at all times because people can steal from you. You don't know."
What? She's basically ridiculing me, but being nice for my gullibleness and my naiveness, which I'll take account on that in a minute. So this girl comes over to me, gives a half booty cheek apology. Like, I could hear it in her voice that she was not sorry, and I could see it in her eyes as well. You may think I'm gullible and naive, but I know what shade looks like when I see it. So she's apologizing. I'm just like, okay, it's okay, Molly, I forgive you. And then I went on my merry way and I got my stuff in the end. Moral of the story, keep your money on lockdown. Keep it in your purse. Keep it in your bag. Keep it on lockdown. If someone tries to touch your money, whack them out the hand. Don't let your guard down when it comes to money, because people nowadays be feeding for money left and right, and they're willing to get it at any means, even if it means stealing from you and hurting your feelings. People do not care. They just don't, some just don't seem to get that you need to work or ask for that money. I asked for my mom, and my mom was generous to give it to me. Now, I didn't know this girl's situation, so I can't really say anything about it. But on the other hand, you should have known better. So that's the end of this story time. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, also on the account of gullible and naiveness, I'm now stone hard cold, and you don't want to mess with me. Bye. Bring me a dream.